Oh, it's nice with a bit of ice cream on.
Yeah?
Want some more tea? We'll make another pot.
No, that's good. Maybe, I think my mum and dad might be here later.
Oh. I want a cup of tea. Francis will.
Yeah, probably.
My dad likes coffee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you know David was moving?
Eh?
Dave.
Is he moving? I wonder what he thinks about you.
I don't know.
These people that have these, they haven't all had them. And you know, our Bob had got a good job and I was in a home and he fetched me over to have supper with him. So, what is it? Got to stop him?
No. The ticks.
Oh.
Damn thing.
Did you gonna know?
What's that?
Did you gonna know?
No, I just having some jelly.
Oh no, this is this line is the jelly.
Yeah.
Hmm?
No thanks.
And tell you the truth, I don't.
Yep.
Oh, this is lovely. Go and have some.
You like that, eh?
Mm. Are you about it?
Yeah.
You're frightened of getting fat.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't want to get fat. You used to be a good runner, didn't you?
Mm.
You used to be a good runner, didn't you?
Mm.
Yeah.
I used to be a good runner when I was a kid.
You did, eh?
And I used to be in a gymnasium and they'd always fetch me first.
Huh?
They don't know me now.
Yeah.
Have you had the television on? Why didn't you?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, you like that. That's your baby.
Yeah, that's my toy. It's my new toy.
Eh?
That's my new toy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Janice is going to have another baby. Did you know that?
Eh?
Did you know Janice was expecting?
Yeah. Good luck, I hope she has 2 girls.
Next May. In May.
Mm.
Right after my birthday.
Mm. Your birthday?
Right after my birthday.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is your birthday then?
In May, yeah. May 1st.
Oh, yes. I forget the names, you know. Did you have enough supper?
Oh, yeah. I had lots.
No, I don't know how to feed you.
No, that's lots.
Hmm?
That's lots.
Mm-hmm.
I can't eat as much as you.
Hmm?
I can't eat as much as you can.
Mm-hmm. But you don't know everybody. Some people like to eat a lot, but I like a bit at a time. Our neighbour always likes a cup of wine when she comes.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of them. So, he's got reached today. He lives somewhere up towards the...
Yeah, but I forget where he lives.
I couldn't tell you now. And they want me, mother and mother want me to go in the home. And I hate like 60 to go in the home. I've been in one once.
You didn't like it, eh?
With the boys talking about ages. And he says, how old are you? So I told him. And he says, well, you tell somebody else. And I says, I ain't asked nobody. So he says, are you sure? I says, well, listen to me. Have you ever been to school? He says, sure I have. So I says, well then, I was born in 1884. What does that amount you to? By God, he says, you sure are? I says, yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
There's 3 of them in our street here, all 60, and they're widows, except me, and I'm a widow, I know. And I says, I beat you all.
Yeah. The middle one?
And here I am, the last one. There isn't another living. I says to Francis, it's time I went. Mom, don't talk like that. I said, makes me talk like that. I feel like that sometimes, time I go.
Well, you feel okay, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
You feel well.
Sure. Well, I feel as well as I can be.
Well.
But it's only been lately as I felt like this. All my life I felt good until I had this here. I don't know what started it. It was that time when you was here, and I think I had a dose of sun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really.
Yeah, I remember.
Yes, I think.
Last time I was here.
Oh, yes, it was.
Yeah. Okay.
And you and Janice stayed with me all night.
That's right. Well, you got a good memory.
Mm?
You got a good memory.
Mm.
You remember well.
Yes. I wish I felt good now. But I do. Only my memories are going funny.
Yeah.
I can't remember all the things.
Well, that's okay.
But I can cook my meals, and I know what I want. What more do you want? Our neighbour's very good. That's a criticism.
Yeah.
And she thinks that we ought to be one. And you know what? It's a funny thing to tell you though. I had some pictures of my mother. Well, I had one picture about that big, and I sent it away, and I had 3 pictures about the size of a postcard. And they come back, and they were really good of my mother. So neighbour says, I'd like one, Mum.
When was this?
Hey, not so long ago. Well, this
Oh, is that the one I've got?
you might have
She's quite old.
Yeah?
She's quite old in the picture.
I don't know.
She looks very big,
Yeah, she's stout.
and it wasn't long before she died, was it?
Mm-hmm. Well, anyway,
Does my mum have
I
one?
had these pictures taken. So
Yeah.
because Mabel and your mother wanted one
Right.
of my mother.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Okay.
So I got it through for them, and I had 3.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave Mabel one,
Yeah.
Francis one, and there was one for Kitty.
Yeah.
So I says, here you are, Kitty, he's yours. You know what she said? I don't want one of them. I should be walking around with her later in life. As much to say she'll come up again. Oh, she's a damn fool. To think there's people are coming up on earth again and walking round.
Well, maybe that's not what she meant.
Eh?
Maybe she didn't mean that.
She did. That's what they believe in. You don't never die. Wah. So I says, Kitty, don't talk that silly to me. Oh, she got mad.
You didn't go to church too much, did you?
They don't have a church.
No, you. So you didn't go to church much.
Me?
Yeah.
Not now.
Yeah.
Because I can't hear the service, so what's the good of me going? See? But I was a church girl. I was brought up in a church school. And a Church of England.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they are not going to spoil me. I think it was yesterday. And I was here helping me. And it got that little pink red tray there. And it got 2 or 3 cups and saucers on. And I always used to have a blue like that, only more blue flowers on. And all the kids knew it was my cup and saucer. So she got all these in a tray, and I was walking from the sink to go and put them over there, and I tripped. And I sat on the floor and left. Oh, Mom, she says, and there's your cup and saucer there. I was ain't thinking of the cup and saucer, but I'm thinking of all the rest of your broke. And there was smithereens. Tray and all went on the floor. So I had to take the part in this. It was just like this sunny in blue. Well, when I told our neighbour and Francis what she said, they laughed. And I said, wasn't it she at all? But no, will it turn up? No. No, she thinks we'll be walking around together. Can you see how they can make that up?
No. I don't know. Did you used to have some chickens here?
Eh?
Did you ever have chickens here?
Chickens?
Yeah.
Me? Oh my goodness. Huh? I should do. I got enough to do without having chickens.
Did you ever have any?
Did I ever?
Yeah.
Chickens?
Here, yeah.
Sure. We had chickens. We had a big chicken from a big chicken house. It reached from the gate right across towards the what do you call it? His
cherry tree?
His lighthouse, I think.
Yeah.
We had chickens, and we had a dog, we had cats, we had everything. When I think of chickens, I shall never forget our neighbour. One day she took it, I've got a white one. Oh, he was so nice. So, neighbour said, Mum, can I wash the chicken? And I said, oh, Mabel, I wouldn't wash it, you'll get dirty again. And I said, oh, no, we won't. So she took out the brush and a cloth to wipe him on, and a nice bowl. And she sat down there somewhere in the garden, and the chicken come to her, and she got this here bowl of warm water with all the lather on the top and everything. She got the brush and she brushed him down. Oh, he was watching her, you know. Oh, was she having a time. And then she says, Mom, come and look at my chicken. So, of course, we all looked towards the chicken. And she said, because she come and asked me for a cloth to wipe him down. And no sooner she loosed him, you know what he'd do. He went in the mud and he smoothed himself all over with mud. You could have heard her a mile off screaming. Look what he's done, Mum, after I made him so nice. We often tell her about it, you know. And so we had to let him go, and he was dirty, and he went rolling in the grass then. Mabel and the chicken. And our Bob used to always go and get the manure off the cows over the. Do you remember him? Don't you remember him getting the chicken? Him and Olsen boy. They'd have a big broom style, put the buckets on. One was his and one was the other fellow. And they'd get all the manure they could for our garden. They'd lightly stumbled all along. It was like a farm. We had a lot of chickens, quite a dozen. So, that was that. Of course, our Bob can't remember too much. But Mabel does. Mabel used to do such funny little things, you know. And it took him, a mother our Bob, you know, take him by the hand and take him over to the store, buy him a sucker.
That little store over there?
Eh?
The same
You
store?
remember that man? It's held that farm over there.
Yeah. Is it the same store that's there?
He's dead and gone.
The same store, though?
Oh, that store's there.
That's the same one, eh?
Oh, it's the same store, but it's in the same people.
No.
They don't.
Yeah.
No. I got the daughters live over there,
Oh.
but not in that store. See, and he made the wheelbarrow. That was another doing, as we all remember. He had a lovely, that man over there, he used to do a lot of cement stuff. You got to make the wheel and you got to do everything. And then the girls put the money together and they bought the material for a wheelbarrow. So they got Mr. Hunter over there to make this wheelbarrow. And they wanted to leave it outside Dad's greenhouse. And he got 2 or 3 lads to help him because they couldn't do it, you know, wheel it over. And Dad says, those girls are not in. They got to come in, it's their bedtime. Fetch me. I said, leave them alone. Leave them alone, they'll be all right. He says it's up to 9 o'clock. And they've got to be in bed. I'll go down to them, they're talking with those boys, and it's the same boys as they'd married, mind you. Yeah. And there was 2 or 3 more kids with them. And I says, you settle yourself down, and if you want to go to bed, you go to bed. And they'll be in a minute or 2. They're doing no harm at all. No, they got to come in. Oh, we kept on. She was faint. Eventually, he give in. He says, I'm going to bed. And if they ain't up within half an hour, I'm going down to them boys and I'll order them off. I said, all right. So I give them the wink. And over to Mr. Hunter they went for the wheelbarrow. And then they put a ticket on the, put it outside his greenhouse. And every morning, before he went to work, he never missed going into his greenhouse. Because he thought if an insect got on one of his things, it'd take the prize business off. So the next morning before he went to work, he was all ready for work, and he went down. When he come back, if you'd have seen him come back, he looked like a dog with his tail burnt, and the tears was running down his cheeks. So we come up, and that's what's the matter. Oh, aren't I a mean old father? I said, what's the matter? You know what's the matter as well as I do now. I didn't know last night, but I know now that the girls had put the ticket on. Happy birthday, Dad. You know, and of course it just touched him for our Minnie being with him. And we've always remembered that, and we've still got the wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
But he wanted them to be so exact, being the girls, you know. But we got through with it. So all the glass is in the basement, and all the makings of it. I put it on the shelf there. But no, none of ours. Well, it was only Bob as a man. I often wish I knew somebody as would like it. I'd give it him all a bunch. I've got a pile of glass. When you come with your car, you can take some of the glass off with. Perhaps you'll build one.
Yeah, I'd like a greenhouse.
Yeah, they are nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be nice.
Yeah. And he used to do a lot of nice things. Then he'd send the school teachers a plant or something, you know, and they always remembered. And one, Miss Carol, she came over. But you blow that. Look.
The light goes on when you talk.
See? When you talk,
Yeah.
it goes on.
See?
Yeah.
Every time I talk.
Takes it down.
Or... See? Watch.
What makes that?
That light just lets you know that it's working.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it an expensive thing?
Oh, it's not that expensive, no. It's nice, though.
I see. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I was with neighbours' dogs. Have you seen neighbours' dogs?
Yeah.
She's got 3 big dogs this time. Poor old neighbour. But if she's got to fetch your dad, has she?
Yeah.
Oh, she'll call. You don't know what time he's got to work till though, does he?
Oh, I think they should be here pretty soon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is he going to have his supper over there?
I don't know.
They got a lunchroom in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we might as well. You know, it's quite warm today again, isn't it? Else we usually have a fire. But I'm not having a fire on when I don't want it. Look how thin I've got.
Yeah, you do look a little thin.
I remember that thing.
Gotta eat more.
Eh? No, it ain't that, it's the worry.
Hmm.
I was worried today.
Why?
Well, because of being sick and I couldn't do much. And you know, I'm no good if I can't get on with my work. But still, I feel a lot better than what I did. I had my head was like a bucket. Then the girls think it's because I'm by myself, and it isn't. I've been by myself for many years, you know. And I hate to give my own up. Because I know I'm going to be miserable anyhow. Because it's my life. I like to be doing something.
Yeah.
Oh, but you can't be well forever. I've never looked to see what's on. Have you?
No.
No.
Those are nice pictures.
Which?
Those two.
Yeah.
They're nice. I like that one there.
Them two.
Yeah.
I used to lie here with little Vernon. You remember Vernon? And I'd be talking to him about the man, the papa of the lambs and that.
Yeah.
And I used to say, he's just fetching them in to put them to bed, you know, and then they'll go to sleep. And while I was saying that, Vernon would be going to sleep.
Mm-hmm. You had those a long time?
Eh?
Have you had those a long time?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Let's see, what was Kitty's eldest boy name?
Vernon.
Vernon, that's it.
Yeah.
Poor lad. I like that lad. Oh, he didn't want to be in that, you know, the JWs. And he come to live with me for a time. And then when they come down from there, down here, he said, his mother said, "Is he ought to come home?" Well, I said, if your mother thinks that you'll let you go home to your mother. No, dear, I persuaded him home, but he did beg me if he could come back. He says, I was a lot better when I was here. I said, never mind, that's your mama. And it's your home. Poor kid. He was the nicest of the bunch. Oh.
Where did you get those pictures?
Oh, I don't know where I had them from, I'm sure.
Sounds like somebody's here.
Eh? Oh, that's me. Eh?
I thought I heard somebody.
No,
No, I guess not.
well, come on, we'll go in the front, put the light out.
Yeah?
We'll go in the front. That's the front gate. You know, somebody come in here the other day. I don't know just who it was. It was one of the women that's come to help me. See, they come to do the work so that it doesn't upset me. And they don't charge me, you know. So, she come in and she says, "Oh, do you want to park with up there? This lounge?" "You must park with it." "No." "Why, what's the matter with you?" So she says, "It's just what I could do within my home." Well, that's a plenty on the bench. So I was going into parking with this good lounge for me. I don't like parking in my home.
Mm-mm.
Funny thing for it to say.
Yeah.
And our neighbour got down and scrubbed the floor for me. Well, the girls don't get down to it. They just brush.
Mm-hmm.
Little brush. Brush all the dirt. Let's go and see what's in.
Okay.
This tape of a conversation with Minnie Green is a copy of the original, and some distortion of voices is noticeable. The taping took place December the 2nd, 1977, at her home at 2535 East 23rd Avenue, where she lived alone at the age of 93. Minnie Green was born on October the 17th, 1884, at the back of 161 Unit Street, Birmingham, England. Her mother was Harriet Parrish, formerly Allen, and her father was Edwin Arthur Parrish, who worked as a gas fitter at the time of her birth. Minnie attended school until her early teens, when she went to work as a jeweler's helper. She continued to work until the year 1909, when her mother died and she took over the job of keeping her father's house, for him and for her brothers and sisters. She was married in 1911 to Frank Thomas Green, born May the 30th, 1885. Frank was a jeweler by trade. He served in the First World War, and after being discharged, continued to work as a jeweler in England and later at Burke's in Vancouver. Minnie and Frank immigrated to Canada with their 3 children, Katie, Francis, and Mabel, landing at Quebec May the 3rd, 1924. From here they traveled across Canada by train, going directly to Vancouver. Shortly after arriving in Vancouver, Frank built a house at 2535 East 23rd, and a son Bob was born. Minnie lived in this house for over 50 years, until 1978, when she was forced to give up living alone because of her age. Today, at the age of 94, she is still healthy and still lives in Vancouver. Landing at Quebec, May the 3rd, 1924. From here they traveled across Canada by train, going directly to Vancouver. Shortly after arriving in Vancouver, Frank built a house at 2535 East 23rd, and a son Bob was born. Minnie lived in this house for over 50 years, until 1978, when she was forced to give up living alone because of her age. Today, at the age of 94, she is still healthy and still lives in Vancouver.
I'm trying to see if this thing will work. But it does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I don't know. What mother? She comes every day.
Now, whatever you say is being recorded.
What is it for?
It takes down everything you say.
Oh, I shouldn't understand that, should I?
Maybe not, but you can talk into it.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I shouldn't understand it, Bob. When are you going to go up to the university again?
I don't have to.
Eh?
I'm finished.
Oh, you finished already?
Yeah.
Okay.
You just let that run, and then it just takes down everything you're saying.
Well, when are you going to see your mother?
I don't know. Is she working today?
Oh, yeah. Well, you talk to Danny, your dad.
Yeah.
You know where he is, don't you?
He'd be at work today.
He's working today.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you get some reason, because you can get nothing out of me. I'm just done.
Oh, no.
I'm beat.
You tired?
Yeah?
You tired?
I'm always tired.
Yeah.
But I have to be quiet. But I was looking for a home for myself.
Whereabouts?
Oh, somewhere in one of these homes where they look after women.
Mm-hmm.
It's no good, Bob. I can't go on much longer here.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what I'll do. I hate to think about it, but what with me hearing being bad, and my health is gone, and the doctors give me sleeping pills and it's nearly killed me.
Yeah.
Looking at them. They have been terrible. I turn my...
But you take them anyway, eh?
Eh?
You take them, sleeping pills?
I only took the one.
Yeah.
I won't take no more.
Yeah.
But the doctor up at the hospital here,
Yeah?
he gave them to me.
It's not a very nice day, is it?
Eh?
It's not a very nice day.
No, I ought to go out for a walk round, but she takes me a little walk around the streets. But
Well, we could go I'll take you for a walk later.
Eh?
I'll take you for a walk later.
Well, I can't walk as slow as you, as quick as you.
Well, I don't walk fast.
Well,
It looks different around here now.
Eh?
It looks different.
I'm looking what?
The streets look different.
Yeah. I don't know what I am. Bob, even the girls don't know how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
But I really feel, and I said to your mother, oh dear, dear, why should I have to live this way? Eh? That's a question, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I guess you don't get out in the yard now, eh?
Well, it's raining. What's
Yeah.
the good of me going and catching another cold?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But perhaps your dad will see you when he comes from work, eh?
Oh yeah, he'll probably. I'll phone him this afternoon, and he'll probably drop in here maybe on his way home from work, maybe.
Oh, sure. But that's only not till 5.
Yeah. What's that?
Eh?
What's that? What'd you say?
I see. They only come indoors. They
Yeah.
don't sleep.
No, I know.
But you do. You will, won't you?
Yeah, I'll sleep here tonight.
Yeah.
Sure.
See, and me sleeping here all alone, it doesn't bother me. And then when you give me the pills, oh, God, they just drove my head in that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take no more.
Well, your house looks good.
Eh?
Your house looks good.
Well, the room.
The house.
Well, it does. And I hate to go looking for a place for a home.
Yeah.
Because after all, this is a good home. If I could only get a woman to live with me,
Uh-huh.
that would not go on.
How old is this house?
Eh?
How old is this house?
How old?
Yeah.
50 years. 50 years.
50.
50. Maybe 51 or 2, I forget.
Because,
And there's nothing the matter with it.
who built it?
Eh?
Who built it?
Oh, Dad, and he had 2 workmen with him.
Yeah.
Because he was working then at Burke's, you see. He got a job at Burke's when he first come out.
Yeah. And he built this?
Eh?
And he built this, eh? This house?
Yes, he partly built it and he finished it all inside.
Yeah. Did that take a long time?
Eh?
Did it take a long time to do that?
Oh, yes. Well, you see, he did one room and then he did another. And then when Bob come along, we had to put an extension on the front.
Yeah.
Because of getting a little room for him, because there was only the 2 bedrooms, 2 big ones. And he's in the little one.
So he built it before Bob was born, eh?
Oh, he built this house before Bob was born.
A few years, eh?
No, maybe longer than that.
Yeah.
Did you see Bob's room?
Yeah.
Oh,
I saw it.
It's a nice bed and all. But where are you going to sleep in this one?
Oh, I could sleep in there, yeah.
More room for you.
Well, you lived somewhere else when you first came from England, didn't you?
See? Oh, we built it.
Yeah, but didn't you live down a couple of blocks?
Yes, we put a down payment on the house down there.
Yeah.
And I discovered that it was
What street?
no good for us.
What street?
Eh?
What street was that?
On 20th, I think it was the 21st.
Yeah.
That's 22nd. We was
One
over
down, eh?
at the back of Sylvester's.
Yeah.
That's right.
What was wrong with that house?
Eh?
What was wrong with that house?
It was built any old house.
Yeah.
It wasn't built for us. So, an old lady that owned this lot, well, she didn't own it. A man owned it that was killed in the war. And when she knew I wanted a lot, she says, owing to you having the children, she says, I'll persevere to get you this lot. So she says, I'll phone down east. He was killed.
Yeah.
The man that owned the lot. And he was killed, so they had to write to his relatives.
Mm-hmm.
And they said they'll never come up here. They were down east somewhere. So he never come. So she sold the lot. She said, they said to her, you can sell the lot if you like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the first place you lived then?
Oh, no, we had together. Of course, we went out kids.
Yeah.
And that was over the road here.
Right.
And we stayed there for 2 nights. So we went out and found a rented house first.
That was the one on 21st?
Oh, no.
Was another
No,
one?
it was the one farther out this other way, up Nanana Road.
Oh, yeah.
And it was through Pokey. It's too small.
Yeah.
But we only went to rent it till we could find a lot.
Yeah.
So this old lady, she sold us this lot.
Mm-hmm.
So then we got two fellas that built houses. And Dad used to do it in his spare time.
Oh,
So
yeah?
that was that.
Was this? There was a dirt road out here, eh?
There was no road up the hill.
Oh, yeah?
You could get in this way,
Yeah.
but there was no road. It was all fields, and there was a brook. The kids used to go and get watercress for me out of the brook.
Is that
now
right?
it's all built all up.
And you
isn't it?
used to eat it, eh? How about fish? Were there fish in it?
Oh, and I don't know. The
Yeah.
kids know more than me of
Yeah.
that, as they had that.
There weren't very
No,
many
there was
houses
no
there,
fish,
though, were
but
there?
there was lots of green stuff.
There weren't very many houses.
Eh?
There weren't very many houses then, eh?
I don't know. I can't remember too much.
Yeah, but there was your house,
This was our house.
and that Uncle Ted's was here.
This next door was a little house.
Yeah,
Belonged to an old lady.
yeah.
Old Lady Lamb. Don't you remember her?
No. No.
And then we bought all these lots down here.
Towards the corner there.
Yeah.
The 4 of them? All the way to the corner?
Not the corner house,
Oh.
no. A man owned the corner house, owns the one on 22nd Road at the back of me.
Mm-hmm.
So I had all these lots to sell. Bit by bit I sold them.
Yeah.
But I had that house next door built for Bob.
Yeah.
And now he's down east.
Yeah.
I haven't heard from him. I thought perhaps I'd have a post this morning.
How old was my mum when you guys? How old was Mum when you came over here?
When we came over,
Yeah.
oh, Kitty was 12
Yeah.
and Francis was, Mabel was Mabel was 1 year old the day we sailed.
Yeah.
And I think Francis is about 4 years the difference.
Yeah. I was going to ask you some more questions.
Eh?
I said I was going to ask you some more questions, but it makes you tired, eh?
No, you don't shout.
Okay, I won't show it. How about, like when you sailed,
Eh?
when you came over in a boat, right?
When we came over, we
Yeah.
sailed.
Did it take a long time to get across the ocean?
Oh, I couldn't tell you how long.
Yeah.
Oh, no, there was no planes over here.
But you had a nice room on the boat and everything, eh?
Mm-hmm. Oh, we had a nice time on the boat.
Yeah.
It was very nice. And they were very good.
What would you do?
Oh, but was I sick? Me and Kitty.
Yeah.
We were sick, and Dad had the other one to look after. Mabel and the 2 of them, yeah.
Mhm.
But I didn't want to come. I never wanted to come to Canada.
Why not?
No, I guess I was a standstill. I didn't want to go. Took me all the time to sell my home, and I sold my home with everything in it. Every little thing I sold with it. Wedding presents and everything.
Well, you had all your family there, eh?
Eh?
All your family was there.
Yeah. I've been over 6 times. Yes, all my family was there.
And your dad was still alive, wasn't he?
Dad was still alive, but my mother was dead.
Yeah.
My mother died when she was 60.
Yeah.
And I was housekeeper
Yeah.
before I was married.
Well, you weren't the. Were you the oldest girl?
I kept the house for my father. No, the older one, she got married.
You went quite far in school, though, didn't you?
I went.
You went quite far in school.
I was at school. I wasn't at school. I was housekeeper for my father. But I was a jeweller by trade, you know.
Yeah. But
And
you
Dad was too.
you went quite far in school, though, didn't you? What?
Oh, I went to the top.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, I was a good one at school. Mm-hmm.
Well, how old?
Eh?
Your mum was 60, eh?
Mother died when she was 60 and I kept the house.
How old were you then?
Oh, goodness me.
Must have been a teenager.
Had to leave my work because my eldest brother, he had to go and speak to the boss because I was a jeweller and I used to do chains that nobody else did.
Mm-hmm.
And I was the only one. But he didn't mind, they were Catholics, and Henry, he went to see him, and he said that my mother passed away and I should have to keep the house now. Oh, he didn't mind one bit, he says. It's difficulties. So that was it. But I seen that my father had his pension at the age of 80 when I left there. And I went to get his pension with him. They give it him at 70.
Your father?
They give him his old age pension at 70.
Did they have an old age pension, did they?
Yes. They had the old age pension. Not so much as they have now.
No. Is that right? Well, what did he do? What did he work at?
He was the manager of the Ayleshowen and Perambulator Works.
The which?
And you perambulator, you don't understand.
Buggies.
Buggies.
Yeah.
And bicycles.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't his store
He
then.
was a manager for years and years.
What was the name of it again?
Ayleshowen.
Hales Owen.
That's where he worked. He worked out of town when my mother died.
Is that...
I had to get people to phone him up to come home. And then our Ted that lived over here, you know.
Yeah.
He was the manager of the Ayleshowen, not the Ayleshowen, some other name.
Yeah.
That's another station. And he picked out Ted up and brought him home.
This in Birmingham? In Birmingham?
No, yeah, we were in Birmingham then.
Yeah. Is that where you...
I better stop talking. Get a while.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard...
My father was a manager for... It's like as though it's been all handed down.
Yeah. What?
You know, them have been being managers of the works. He was a manager for the guest people for years and years.
Before, eh?
Before that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I left him. I didn't want to leave my father.
Yeah. What do you mean?
So it meant I'd either got to leave my father or else.
Yeah.
I started to come out on his own.
What do you mean it was handed down?
Being managers.
You mean his father was?
Yes. My father was a manager for years and years.
What about your grandfather? What about his father?
Oh, my grandfather, he, I can hardly remember, but he was blown up. He went out to Australia with a patent for...
Dynamite?
Hey?
Dynamite?
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
And something went wrong, they never found out. And he was the only one in this little place as he built himself when he went out there.
Australia?
Yeah. And he built it to do his pattern, what he got for the... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he got this patent out.
This is your grandfather.
My grandfather, that was.
Yeah.
That was my father's father.
Yeah.
See?
Wasn't he married?
Eh?
Wasn't he married?
Oh, yes, he left his wife at home. They were well-to-do people. She'd stand upright in her silks and satins. And,
Where did he get all his money?
oh, it didn't come through the family, I guess.
Yeah.
Through their family.
Yeah.
Through the Parrish's family.
They had more money, did they?
Oh, they had a lot of money. Because nearly all of them had a good education.
Oh?
And they all had a chance to get on.
Yeah.
And so his chance was going out to Australia. As he got this patent.
Did you know him then?
Eh?
Did you know him then?
I know him then, yes.
Yeah.
I was only a kid. And I can see my grandma now walking up towards our house.
Yeah.
My grandma.
That's his wife, eh?
And he was in Australia.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know what happened, I couldn't tell you.
What was his name?
Parrish.
What was his first name?
Edward.
Edward.
Edward Parrish.
Yeah.
And so was my father, Edwin Arthur Parrish.
Yeah.
But the two R's in Parrish.
Yeah.
P-A-R-R-I-S-H.
But his
I was a Minnie Parrish.
yeah. His dad was an Edward, eh?
Dad was an Edward.
His dad.
Same as our Ted is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our Ted only lived. Our Ted come out here first.
Mm-hmm.
Edward, they always called him Ted. And I can remember one or two little things of my father putting the gasworks outside some gasworks outside a theatre
Yeah.
in Birmingham.
Yeah.
And he was the foreman of all these men who had to put the gas in there.
He was, eh?
Oh yes, he had a good education.
Did he grow up in Birmingham?
Yes, he did. The Parrishes was well known in...
So they'd been there a long time, eh?
Oh, of course it was. I was only a bit of a kid.
They were well known?
And I'm now 90-something, 93.
3, yeah.
I'm too long to live. I said to Francis, why do I have to live so long? I'd be better off dead. Mom, don't talk to us like that.
What was your grandmother's name?
Eh?
What was your grandmother's name then?
I don't know.
Parrish.
I can't remember that.
So Edward was his name.
He was Edwin.
Yeah.
My father was Edwin Harper.
Yeah.
And I don't know I don't know how he got that, but must have been on the Parrish's side.
Yeah.
And it's P-A-R-R-I-S-H, not P-A-R-I-S-H.
And your mum was Harriet.
My mother was Harriet.
Yeah. Did you know her parents?
Eh? No. Yes, when I can remember, I can't remember with her, but I can remember them telling me that when my mother had me, everybody thought what a beautiful child I was. I said, they want to know me now.
But you didn't know her parents, eh?
Eh?
You didn't know her mum and dad.
Yes, I did at the time, because when my mother wrote and told my grandma
Her mum.
that she was a farm lady.
Yeah.
See,
Oh, she was, eh?
that she'd got another little baby.
Yeah.
And she says, come on over to my farm. She'd got a farm.
Where?
And, just somewhere outside Birmingham.
Yeah.
And of course, my mother took me there. And she thought I was a beautiful baby. And she gave my mother a basket that big, with new laid eggs in, and a chicken all ready to put in the oven, and all kinds of nice things.
What? Her name was Allen, wasn't it?
Yes.
Used to be Allen?
Yes, Harriet Allen.
Yeah. Huh.
And that's all I know of the family.
So did she grow up on a farm?
She grew up on a farm.
Yeah.
They had a beautiful big farm, according to what my mother used to tell us.
Big farm, eh?
Yeah. And of course, we used to go to their place. I had two aunties. One was in Liverpool and one lived near by us.
Mm-hmm.
She thought she was the lady.
Who's this? Is this your mum's sisters? Your mother's sisters?
Mother's sister. She didn't have a brother.
One sister?
Two sisters.
Two, eh? Mm-hmm. What were their names?
Let's see. Harriet. My mother was Harriet Allen.
Mm-hmm.
And she was Sally Allen. But I forget her name. I forget her marriage name, but he was a manager of a firm. Aunt Alice's husband. So I don't know.
Aunt Alice?
We didn't take in a notice much of them.
Aunt Alice, eh?
Eh?
Aunt Alice?
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
Is that your mum's sister, Alice?
Mother's was Allen.
Alice, though?
Well, they were known Allen until she got married.
Yeah. Who's Alice?
You know? And my cousin, my mother's sister's daughter, was a phonologist and palmist.
That's okay. It's fine.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, not till lately. Oh, she's dead now. Cousin Emma.
Emma.
Cousin Emma was a phonologist and palmist. She had a big mansion of her, and she used to have all the gentlemen of the day in to read their hands.
What?
We didn't have much to do with her, but we kept in touch with her, you know.
What kind of a house did you live in?
Well, just an ordinary home.
In the city?
Oh, yes, we were in the city.
Yeah. So would you have...
Not right in the city, you know.
Oh, no.
We were a little way out.
So what did you have?
But we was in Birmingham.
Did you have a horse or anything like that? Or a buggy or what?
No. No, we had a family.
How did you get around?
We had enough with the family without the horses.
How would you get around?
Hey?
How did you get around? No buses.
I forget.
No buses.
I can't remember.
Yeah. Must have walked, eh?
No. Oh, where's my girl go?
I think she's in there.
Oh, she's tidying your room.
Maybe.
Huh? I don't.
You used to have a greenhouse, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. But we haven't got one now.
Who built it?
Hey?
Did my grandfather build it?
Mm-hmm. Have you got the makings of one?
No.
Because there's the makings of one downstairs.
Yeah, but there's not much, is there?
Hey?
There's not much glass left.
And not much land, either.
Glass.
Hey? Glass?
Yeah.
There's all kinds of glass.
Oh.
Hey, really? Do you want to go? You don't want to take it with you anyhow, do you? Take it with it. But I've got a lot down there, not thought of chucking it out. That water in there was a running and running and running. You'd evidently pulled the chain, you know.
I didn't touch the sink.
Didn't you touch it? Well, I don't know why. Nobody had been in the house. But whoever had done it too quick. See? And then it starts to run. Oh, it didn't go overflow. No. It was going.
You guys used to have lots of chrysanthemums, didn't you?
Hey,
Chrysanthemums?
you see the picture of Bobby. Not Bobby, what's his name?
Vern.
Hmm?
Vernon?
You know, Kitty's eldest boy.
Vernon.
He's got a chook with Dad. Dad's too blue on the picture here.
Did he grow a lot?
Hey?
Did he grow a lot of chrysanthemums?
Oh, quite a lot. He had the prize, you know. He won the prize for the best and the biggest chrysanthemum. It's in the... He had a big jar.
Did he grow them a long time?
Oh, he didn't grow them over in England, no. But of course he had every chance here.
Yeah.
But it's nothing to me. What you want?
I was listening to what we were talking about this.
Hey?
I was listening to what we were talking about this afternoon.
Oh.
I wanted to ask you. One time you told me about what it was like to eat at the table.
That one?
Like your dad didn't let you talk at the table, did he?
Oh, I beg your pardon. I had no to talk at the table.
No. No. Did your dad let you talk at the table?
We had to behave ourselves.
Hmm? Couldn't talk at all, eh?
No, I didn't get no buts of that.
Oh, yeah. Right. What?
You know, my father was brought up very, very strict.
Mm-hmm.
And he always said, if he ever had a family, he'd never be as strict with them as their fathers were. If they said one word at the table, you'll get up and go. Upstairs they went without the supper. But when he had a family, he had a family. And he used to play with us kids, just like a big baby. He had really.
Huh.
We used to play with him. He'd play with his hands out like that and then his other hand on top and somebody else's. Then he'd pull it off and of course he'd make us all laugh. Thought that was funny.
Huh. He had a beard, didn't he?
Hmm?
He had a beard.
He did for a time, then he had it all. Somebody got him drunk and took him into a barber's and had his hair cut. And he was boozed. If he'd have been at home, he wouldn't have done that. My eldest sister, when he knocked the door with a knocker, she looked at him, slammed the door in his face. I didn't know him, because he'd had his beard off and his hair cut and he'd been trimmed all. So mother says, who was it? I don't know, it's some man there, he's the gaffer of the house. So mother went to him and he started to push his way through. And mother says, I believe it's your father. He's got the same suit on. And it was him.
But he had a beard most of the time, eh?
Yes, they did.
Did you always eat good? Did you always eat well? Have good food?
And you know, my father, he was a very, very reasonable sort of a man. And he was very nasty with us at all, never.
Never spank you?
Hmm?
He ever spank you?
Mm-hmm. No.
Did he ever spank you?
He was what?
Did he ever spank you?
Oh, no. Oh, no. And mother mustn't smack us, no.
No? Never, eh?
We had a spanking to the mother.
Oh? Was she strict?
Mm-hmm.
Was she quite strict?
Yes. Well, mother kept us in our place because there was a big family.
Must have had a big house.
Eh? Oh, we had a big house. Everything to order.
Did you have running water and stuff in the house?
Eh?
Did you have water in the house? Did you have a tap?
Mm.
Could you turn on the tap in the house?
Oh, yes.
Running water, eh?
Mm. Oh, we had everything to order.
Yeah.
And my father always had a good job because he was well educated and he knew what he was after.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Everybody seems to like my father. You funny?
Yeah. Thanks. Did he like my grandfather? They get along well?
Was he like your grandfather?
Did they get along?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
There was never any bothers in our house.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Then he had to go to work at London for a time.
How come?
He always held a good position, you know.
Yeah.
I think there was 11 of us, no. That's all.
11 kids?
Hmm?
Wow.
11. But we was always tidy dressed and everything. We all had to go to church.
Did they all live to be adults?
They all lived to be what?
Adults.
Narrow?
Did they all live to be adults? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that was all...
No, I just wondered if you had any... Did any of your brothers and sisters die when they were children?
Any of them? No, I don't think there was any of them. They all lived.
Just Arthur, eh?
My father.
Hmm.
Oh, I seen my father get his pension before I come out here. I says, I'm not going to leave my papa.
Yeah.
So I went with him. And he got a home of his own. So,
Did he go down to the boat to see you off?
I got him to go to live with our violence.
Did he go down to the boat when you left?
No.
No? Hmm.
Well, he went out of town to live with Violet. That was my other sister.
Yeah.
I persuaded, she wanted him there to save coming into Birmingham all the time. And she lived in a beautiful spot.
Where?
However, oh, I forget the name of the place. It was a lovely place.
Yeah.
And she says, I can't get him to go down. And I says, I'll get him. I said, I'm not going away without my father's got his pension. And they had to be 70 before they went.
Did you use...
He got it.
Yeah. Did you go to your grandmother's farm much?
No, we didn't go much. It's too many of us kids.
She had a farm outside Birmingham, didn't she?
And my aunt had pigs, and we used to go and see the pigs and tows them round.
Was that your mom's sister?
Yeah.
Who was that?
Oh, but she was a she was a tough.
That wasn't Alice, was it?
Eh?
It wasn't Alice.
Hmm.
No? Well, I haven't got that one straight yet. Well.
My mother had three, there was three of them. There was Emma, and she lived in Liverpool. And then Sarah.
Yeah.
That was this one was had there.
Okay.
Had the pigs.
Sarah had the pigs, eh?
Mm-hmm.
They all... Of course, they were brought up on a farm, weren't they?
No, they wasn't all built on the farm.
No? Just your mum?
Mm.
Your mum wasn't she?
Hmm?
Your mum grew up on a farm, didn't she?
My mother did part-time.
Oh.
But we used to go to see my grandma, and we used to love to go and see the chickens and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you go on holidays?
Mm-hmm.
Did you?
Well, my father used to have to go from town to town, like our Bob
Yeah.
was doing.
Mm-hmm.
But our neighbours was sanded down.
Yeah. My grandfather,
Yeah.
he was unemployed for a while, wasn't he? When he first came over here, he didn't have a job.
Oh, he left a job. A good job, too.
Yeah. And when he came over here, he didn't have one. Could he get a job?
Not in the jewellery.
No?
He couldn't get his job.
What did he have to do?
He had to get a home. He'd got to be on the register, else they wouldn't have him.
Hmm.
So, of course, it didn't take long when he got in Berks to get on the register.
So he got a job right away, did he?
Hmm?
He got a job right away?
No, not as soon as we got this house up, when he was on the register, he got a job. But they wouldn't give him one until he was on the job, not to work at Berks.
Where did he work then?
He got money.
How did your Uncle Ted get all his money?
He spent all his money.
Where did he get it?
Where did he get it?
Yeah.
Saved it.
Of course.
I don't remember. You take it along. Go on. No, I don't know. As long as my leave.
You had this a long time?
Mm-hmm.
Did I give that to you?
No, I don't know anymore.
Did I give you this teapot?
No, it's all right. It's empty, the teapot.
No. I gave you a little teapot.
I like that.
I gave you one something like this.
This one, got broke.
This is an old one though, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
It's a nice one.
Yeah.
Look at my teapots at the back there.
Yeah. I like this
I
one.
got three sizes. But I like the little ones.
Yeah. Did your mom and dad drink tea?
And I have a lot of tea. I have breakfast, dinner, and supper.
Did your mom and dad drink tea when you were at home?
Did my mum and dad run?
Drink tea?
Oh, they love tea.
So,
Did you chop something?
yeah, very good. Yeah.
They're a small one.
They're good.
I might not be doing this as good as your wife.
Oh, yeah. Very nice. I'll get it.
That's it. Along the bottom you'll see a red pot. That's it.
This?
Mm-hmm.
Jelly, eh? Mmm.
Now, did you get a bowl out of the...
Yeah.
Don't you want any ice cream?
No.
in it? Oh, great.
Do you want some?
Yeah. I like it. But I haven't eaten my chocolate.
Okay.
It's as quick as you.
Mm. How did everybody fit around this table?
Hmm?
How did everybody fit around this table? Huh?
When they were...
No,
I was not 3 or 4.
when they were kids.
Oh, it was...
You had the same
You were
table.
salting it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh. That good? You want more?
mm-hmm.
Is that okay?
Yeah. Oh, you know, I put glass bowls out, so...
Oh. You said to get some bowls.
No, for those.
Oh well, we'll put those back.
Mm-hmm.
Are these from here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have the new... You get food from that place.
You keep changing it.